Good morning, everybody. How's it going? It's about 7 a.m. Just sitting here in my sunroom listening to the birds chirp, drinking coffee. I threw together a little video for you guys this morning of the 266. The first little blurb you guys saw at the end of the 15,000 subs video, I hit something with that chain. It wasn't that great, so I scrapped all that footage because it wasn't good. I took it into the shop the other night after work and sharpened it, and yeah, there was about 8 or 9 teeth on that chain that were just destroyed. So here the saw is with a fresh chain. That's a 3/8 full comp Oregon EXL on a 32-inch Oregon. I think it's a power cut, or they used to call them power match bar. For those of you that are new, welcome. This saw has a CCC forged piston with a pop-up that I cut. There's no windows in the piston. I had to cut the transfers all the way to the cases, and it worked quite well. It was just an educated guess that I could do that, and it worked. So this saw also has a 385 carb on it. So I built you guys a little video. I also jumped in and showed you guys how I clean up my cutting area. You guys are asking what I do with the cookies and all that, so I'll show you guys. And then at the end, there's more cutting. Check out that rowdy pipe at the end. Wait till it's been heat cycled a few times. It looks pretty cool at the end. Also, I built a 7th mount for this saw, trying to stiffen it up with a long bar. If you guys run these saws, you notice they're kind of squishy. They just are. It's how they are. That mount failed horribly. I left it in there. I got nothing to hide, and it's kind of funny. It's like, yeah, that didn't work. Anyhow, folks, without further ado, the 266 in the wood. Later. Hey, friends, we touched that chain up there. Little pleasure before business. Let's fire this 266 back up. I gotta rig up a better choke here. It comes unclipped.
I love my skid 'em steer. Just here at the woodpile in the yard. Well, this is Buckin's 266. I think it's 99% done. I'm happy. This is the stiffest 266 I have ever handled. It doesn't, with a 32-inch bar, this saw doesn't bend really at all. So it'll be interesting to see how this mount system works out. Only time will tell. If it doesn't work, we'll take it off. I didn't modify the saw in any way. So gonna get you guys aimed here. Let's do a few more cuts. See how this thing starts today. That should be good. There's a knot. So we're cutting through knots. This is old, hard wood from last year. Whatever. So it works. I don't hand select my wood for cutting. I like to just show what the saw can do in any wood, whatever it comes across. Again, cutting through a big knot there. The saw didn't even really slow down. Again, guys, I just cut whatever I have. Look how dry this stuff is. It's gross, but it's what I have in the yard. We're gonna turn the high jet down a little bit, turn it in. This saw is a little rich for my liking. Just a hair. Just want to make sure you guys can see what I'm checking for right now. I'm just putt skiing around in the yard, guys. I'm checking for, how does the saw start? Does it idle? When I blip the throttle and I put the bar tip there, I'm checking to see if the saw is oiling correctly. With a 32-inch bar, you better be pushing some oil in dry wood like this. Does it come down after a big cut quickly? Does it get a little lean? One thing that I don't tend to do on video is clean my kerf out. I need to do that when I'm doing actual work. But what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to see if I can get the saw hot. I want to put the saw in any scenario that it could come across once it's gone from here. Now, Buckin's an expert at running saws. I have no qualms about him running this. But for me, I want to know for my notes in the build. How does the saw run? Does it restart? There, it's nice and warm now. Does it restart? Listen the way it 4 strokes. I'll pull up once in a while out of the cut. Again, just seeing what the saw is going to do. If it's going to have any problems, I want to find them here rather than mailing it across the country. You know what I mean? So be diligent. Things are going to happen with your builds, but the more time you spend running them now, the less chance they'll come back later. Let's see how this thing restarts. And again, the idea is on a normal saw, when you push on the bar tip, often the saw will throttle up on a 266. This saw, not so much. So I think our objectives have been met. I really like this saw. This stuff is nasty. Look at all the big knots in there. Look at that pipe, friends. You guys see that? Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm just having fun. You know, it's worth it months. Oh, there we go. I was to say my mount doesn't want to come loose. There's the pipe. We cleaned her up a little bit. Our extra mount system broke, so that's the end of that idea. Anyhow, friends, that's power saws for you. See, I had this great idea and it didn't work. I had a feeling that mount was going to let go, and it did. So, as always, friends, thanks for watching. Take her easy. We'll have to revisit the mount system later.